Episode 11. Forever and Then Some. We are back. We're on video, hopefully. If not, I'm saying this for no reason. But whatever. We hopefully are. I think we'll be on video. Yeah. Knocking on wood. So you had off today?
I had off today.
And the baby actually slept in for you?
She slept in until like 9:30.
Wow.
Yes. I usually, on my day off, if they fall during the week, get up and take them over to either my mom's house or your mom's house, wherever they were typically going to be going.
Yeah.
To try to do stuff around the house. And I just was like, Mariah last night was like, can we just stay home and be home? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. So I did that, and I got to sleep in, which is amazing.
Nice.
And Mariah still hung out with her in her room all day instead of hanging out with me like she said she wanted to do. But
she just wanted to be home.
She just wanted to be home, which is fine.
Yeah.
She used the mom card on me, and I was like,
She's
you want to hang out with me?
Right. You're together.
Yeah.
In the same house.
So it's hanging.
That's cool.
Yeah. And Everly was just super sweet today, hanging out, crawling around, playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
nice.
been working. We talked about. Did we
say.
talk about it on 9? We did.
We did, yes.
So yeah, started a new job. I've been working half and half hours because they couldn't get anybody quick enough. But it's I like it a lot. It's definitely more in the sun. So every day I've kind of been feeling a little like I've been in the sun baking all day. It kind of gives you this like, I don't know. It made me nauseous yesterday. Today I still feel weird, but I'm like getting used to being in the sun, and it's good though. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Different hours, I'm ready for those because I've been working my normal hours, and it's annoying. Like I still got to wake up at 5 in the morning. The whole reason I love
5 in the morning or 4 in the morning?
4 in the morning. I got to be at work at 5. I wake up at 4:20, bruh.
4:20 every morning.
Snug it down, dude. I wake up, dude. Bob Marley. But yeah, so I'm over it though. Like today, you got to sleep in.
Yeah.
I came home and was so heat exhausted and just tired. I think that it's more not sleeping a full night and then spending the day in the heat that's really like messing with me.
Right.
But so yeah, today I came home and just napped for like 2 hours. 2?
Yeah.
3?
Maybe 2.5.
2.5?
Yeah.
Well, I knew that your sister was coming over, and I knew we were doing this around 4, so I was like, I can just sleep until then.
Yeah.
And I needed it.
I feel you. Like, that's my biggest problem with, like, Everly, like, in the night and stuff. It's not that I'm not sleeping in later. It's that constantly being woken up with, like, her needing to be, like, she'll,
around.
like, whine in her sleep because she wants me to move her position.
Right.
Or she'll want a bottle. So I'm constantly being woken up in the night. And even if they're only for, like, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 tops.
Right.
It's constantly being woken up in the middle of the night and never getting to that realm of sleep.
Right.
And you said, like, you've been like that all week.
Yeah, but, like, both of our sleep schedules are weird because you get time to sleep, but you don't get consistent sleep. It's like, it's bothered. It's sleeping for a couple hours, waking up to shift, or sleeping for another hour, waking up and shifting, sleeping for another hour, waking up and giving the bottle. Even if you're only up for a couple minutes, technically, I guess, it's still interrupted.
And it's like during summer, so I do now have more time to sleep than I usually do. But like Everly wakes up around 7:30 outside of summer, so I get 7.5 hours of sleep if I was able to go to sleep at 12.
Right.
12. Yeah, 7.5 hours of sleep if I was able to go to sleep right at 12 after getting off at 9 o'clock, 9:30 sometimes.
Yeah, when you work until 9, it's really hard to like shut everything down.
And then she, like I said, she wakes up at 9:30. During the school year, I wake up at 6:30. So it's 6 to 6 hours half sleep, and it's just not. And it's waking up in those hours.
Right. And you get off a lot of the time at like 9 o'clock at night. So me working at 5, I'm having to stay up until like 10 I'm usually up until at least 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. That's only 5 hours of sleep.
Right.
And usually in the middle of the week, or at least a couple days of the week, I can actually get like see yawning. We're always doing this.
I totally forgot on the camera.
We're on video this time, dude. We've been on video before, but It's always been
hopes
fun.
of actually posting it. I mean, we've had hopes, but it's happening this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen. But what was I saying? So yeah, it's I'm getting like I usually have like one day where I can kind of like regenerate myself and actually get the full, well, not full 8, but I feel a lot better when I sleep like 6 or 7 hours instead of 5. I feel like 5 is like just enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on the weekends, you get another 3 hours of sleep compared to usual, probably.
Yeah, something like that. Some days, sometimes more.
Right.
The weekends really recharge.
Yeah, the weekends are the only reason that I'm able to get through the week. That's why I hate when I have to work a weekday, because then it's like throws it off and it makes it so hard. And I usually don't. Yeah, and it's usually when I don't get like 2 days in a row like that, where I get to sleep in.
Yeah, yeah. I feel now with the new shit, my sleep will be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the heat, I'm gonna need
your
it.
body's also gonna get used to that and not think it's enough eventually. It's being an adult sucks. Like there's never like you'll never sleep like you did in high school or middle school, where it's just like easy sleep. You passed out and you knew the next day you were gonna get up full energy, ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, man.
What happened to those days? Oh, my notes are on my phone, and my phone is filming this.
Oh, no.
I remember them, though. It's okay. A big thing for us this week, even though we only have like 15 followers, dude, Threads has been like...
Yeah.
I've been so addicted to Threads, bro. It feels really like...
It's taking me time to want to be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more of a TikTok... I feel like
I do love TikTok. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I love TikTok. No, I'm sorry. I love TikTok too. I love Reels. I like Twitter.
Right. I've never had a Twitter. I was on Twitter for like 5 seconds one time and didn't know how to figure it out. And was like, all right, I'm leaving. And that was like, Mariah was 1.
Right. Yeah, so that makes sense that you're not getting to Threads right away.
Well,
I mean, you're on
what it is with Threads for me is that it's so new. Like there is no like... algorithm. It's not showing anything that you really like or you're interested in, which I have noticed it started because mine is our photography page. Like that's what I'm using, and I have been seeing other like photographers, but like they're all like landscape photography, which is beautiful stuff, and I like seeing that too. But we do like, ew, that was
oh my god,
we do like portraits and you know
we shoot people
most
of the time.
Yeah. So I'm not seeing any of that, and I'm not seeing like any like smaller like other people that are doing the same thing, building their business. I'm seeing like big time photographers, which is great because you can learn from them. But I'm just not seeing everything that I want to see, and I feel like I've seen the same like 10 posts for the last 4 days that I've been on it. I'm like, okay, where is something new?
So what I think, well, not everybody hops right on it. Mm-hmm. It's a new app. It did get like... I don't know. It is weird. It's hard to search things. There's no hashtags. The algorithm's new, so it's like the first few days my feed was like nothing I cared about. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the first threads I posted was like, first day I posted was like, it showed me Sports Center. Right. And I was like, yeah, the algorithm doesn't understand me yet because it's showing me Sports Center. I don't care about sports. Right. I'm the only man on the earth who doesn't give a shit about any sport other than action sports. Right. So yeah, it's new, but I like the fact that it is new to everyone. So even people who have a big following elsewhere are people who don't have a big following are being seen by the people who have big following elsewhere because it's so new. Right. It's been nice. Lex and Kyle have been killing it. I told her to get on there like ASAP. Yeah. It's a new app. Dominate. Right. I feel like I even said it in you'll hear it in the 10th episode. I said something about the threads in our intro to let people know to go follow us. I feel like it's going to be a good place for us to be us. Yeah. As the podcast. Yeah. And then for photography too, it's going to be. Yeah. I need more help with like posts and stuff because I'm not like I get so insecure about anything that I put out. Yeah. Like even if it's just a freaking meme, like I put so much behind that meme in my head that I get like so anxious that I delete the whole thing and I gotta go away. Yeah, you got to break that.
And I don't even want to talk about it.
Right.
Like today, somebody gave us a compliment saying that or not a compliment, but just saying that, yeah, I guess they did. They said that we're fun to listen to and they just started listening to our podcast. And I know this person, so I instantly was like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because it was just like, oh no.
Someone's listening.
It's not that. I don't know. I just don't know why everything makes me cringe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't.
I wish you would.
I think it's just insecurities with myself.
It makes me feel like you don't like it, but I know you like it. And then I think like, okay, I'm a psycho, so I like to hear my podcast, and I'm proud of it. But
right.
I feel like most people don't like to listen to themselves, and I try to remember that when you tell me those things. Like you're not gonna.
It's not that I don't want to get to the point where I can or want to. It's just
that's fine. I think that.
I think I am a little more insecure than like not the average, but I have definitely insecurities that are like rooted down deep that I kind of like hide away, and they don't come out until it's like something like this. Like for me to post anything,
yeah, you're just not.
Just so much behind
been a big
it.
Social media person.
No, so but that's why.
Yeah,
and I don't know. But everybody I run into, anytime a conversation I have, I'm just like, yeah, me as a podcast, yeah. We do photography, we do. Yeah. Like I'm very proud of the things that I do, but I don't know.
You're new to putting yourself out in the world,
exactly,
in front of people that aren't
right
family.
For sure, and like the last time
even the person that we're talking about is family,
right?
And it's like it's weird to. I'm just used to putting myself out there.
Yeah, you did it at a young age. Started at a young age doing it, where like people probably did make fun of you then, and you built your wall up then. Yeah. People made fun of me when I was younger, and it like bothered me to the point where I just went introverted and didn't do tons of the things that I've always wanted to do because I did not want to be made fun of, because I was either going to get very aggressive or I was going to be a big baby and cry. I probably did both, right. Honestly.
So yeah, you're just getting used to being
so it's just now
out there. And photography, which is your like right now, I feel like I love photography a lot, but photography is like your main thing for creativity right now,
right?
And then I love photography, but my main thing right now is the music, which is like we're writing a project, but we're doing it week by week. So it's not like an everyday thing. And neither is the podcast. But the podcast is so new, and I'm in love with it.
Right.
So it's like my passion right now. I'm even thinking about not like immediately, but like starting to put together the next thing.
Right.
You know, like we talked about. I originally wanted to have this big multiple show thing, but the more I think about it now, I kind of just want to make like a Brian Hefner show. Instead of it being like a brand, have it be me having conversations with whoever.
Right. Instead
of it being just music, obviously it's going to be a lot of musicians.
Because if you as a person is not just music, not just photography, not just that, you're just such of like a worldly person, I guess. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the best way to describe it is. Like, you have interests in almost everything, you know?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah. So.
Joe Rogan's like that too, though, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
So you definitely would be perfect for something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I look at like, I know you don't listen to them, but you know Stavros or whatever his name is, the comedian, the dude with he's got long hair, but he's balding. He's a bigger guy. He's hilarious. Yeah, that guy. Wow. That was intense.
Is that not his laugh?
It is, though. It is. He has a show where he just, like, has friends on.
He's Greek.
Yeah, he is. His intro song is amazing. It's I love it. But it's like him.
Right.
And he's just chats with only
his friend. He sits on his couch, right?
Friend comedians, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, we talked about Shane Gillis's. And, yeah, I think that, I don't know. I'll eventually start it, but it's not something I'm rushing into. I want to keep this. I don't want to, like, lose focus on ours. But, yeah, the podcast has been, like, my main. That's all I think about. How I can better it. How I'm going to get the video.
Right.
I just want to be, I don't know. I want it to grow. That's the main thing why I wanted to shoot the video, because it's hard to make content for something that you don't have video for.
Right. I mean, you recently kind of just figured out how to do that, which is really cool.
I didn't make any clips for this new episode, and it's out. I'm slacking. But
yeah,
we're ahead of our stride because of last week, because we filmed
or
recorded 2 back-to-back. So now this one's not going to come out for another 10, 11 days.
Right.
Which is kind of shitty because the stuff I'm going to talk about will be like things of the past, but it's fine. But yeah, it's just I just want it to be.
I mean, we could also
No, go ahead.
go think back. We could post our 10th one as like an extra one throughout the week if you can get it out by Friday, and just like an extra like surprise
and then
episode
post
10
this one Monday.
and post this on Monday, so it's not too far out.
It's not a bad idea. It gives me less time to mess with the video, but
You gotta make callbacks. Is that what it's called? A callback.
A callback is it's calling back to like a joke or a reference that we
then that
talked
wasn't
to.
a callback.
No, it wasn't a callback. You like how we had a callback without even trying on the 10th episode? I said something, I don't remember what it was, but I was callback, and it was to the 9th episode, and it was Lex who said it.
Yeah.
So she wasn't even a part of it, but she did.
She pulled it out.
It's kind of funny. But yeah, I'm like, I want to grow it. I want this to be the thing right now, because music is like so hard and it's my passion. And obviously I'm like driven to do it, but we're few far between. It's like I'm waiting to write, I'm waiting to record, you know what I'm saying? And it's
right. You just always need something to have like.
I just got to keep myself busy most of the time.
Why can I never like they're in my head, and then as I go to say them, the sayings just dissipate.
Dissipate. In my head. That song just came into my head. When you said that. Yeah. Skibidi-boo. But yeah. It's been a good... last episode was sick.
Yeah, it was fun.
I listened back to it. I sent it to Colin and Lex so they could check it out.
Uh-huh.
They're stoked. Lex is the same way. She's like, I had to stop at 45 minutes. I'll listen to the rest of it later. I just can't listen to myself talk. I talked so much.
Hey, she made it 45 minutes. Kudos to her.
Bro, they did so good, I think. And I think...
Yeah.
So they might... we haven't talked to them too much yet, but we might try and do like a regular thing with them where it's like once a month or...
I mean, I think we mentioned that with them, kind of,
a little
at the
bit,
end
but-
of it.
we definitely talked about it on the pod, but then me and you actually had a conversation about maybe we should just bring them in and have them once a month or a segment with them, or...
Right.
Because it was fun. And it's nice to have different... I mean, we're all family, so it's going to just... Family. We're all just...
Right.
So we'll see. Speaking of family, though, guess what?
What?
California, Universal Studios. Fast and the Furious roller coaster
Yeah.
is underway.
Wow. That's
How do you feel about them getting a sick-ass roller coaster and we get this piece of shit?
jealous, for sure.
I sub-threat. I don't know what to say.
But I kind of like, hopefully it's kind of like our version of the
What, Rip Ride Rocket?
Rip Ride Rocket. And so they get not shitty. I used to love Red Ride.
Little Red Riding Hood. Yep. I love that book. Rip Ride Rocket.
Rip
red is the color.
Rip Ride Rocket.
There you go.
But as you get older, that is a rough ride to ride.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm bigger, and it's not comfortable, and that's the only thing that I really. The only thing. It is rough too. It's like
I rode it several times, and then like one of the last times I got on it, I was like, I will never get on that thing again because the way it kinked my neck and twerked my back.
Kinked your neck and twerked your back. Nice.
Tweaked my back.
Yeah, I hate that ride. Honestly, Mariah always wants to ride it, and I never.
I always feel bad.
Yeah, I never want to ride that fucking thing, but I don't know what to call it.
Well, next time when if there is like a 20-minute wait time on it, I'll get it on with her.
There you go. I don't know what to call it because I'm used to Twitter terms, but I sub-threaded or comment-threaded.
Retweeted?
But that would be Twitter. Tweeted. I'm trying to... I don't know.
It says something.
We don't know the terminology for threading yet. But I commented on Universal's when they posted that, and I was like, you guys have my permission to fucking put whatever roller coaster you're putting over there, over here where Rip Ride Rocket is. Because fuck that thing. I didn't say all that, but that would be sick. Yeah, I'm jealous. That's what... I suppose... there's rumor it's like a drifting coaster. I don't know if that's a real thing.
I would say, what does that mean?
Like, I'm trying to think of the name of it, but there's a roller...
Repost. Sorry.
Oh, you're thinking of that.
What are you thinking of?
No, what type of roller coaster?
Oh no, I was thinking about what you're talking about, but I had to figure out what it just reposts.
You just thought of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I commented. I quoted. Quote. Well, on Twitter it'd be quote tweeted. Quote threaded. That's weird.
Quote threaded.
That sounds weird. But what the fuck was I about to say?
The roller coaster. What kind of roller coaster does that mean?
Oh yeah. So in my mind, I think it would be there's Cobra's Curse in Busch Gardens. You've never ridden it, I don't think. But it's like the carts are spinning. It's the layout of the track itself isn't super intense.
Right.
But the carts themselves, they drift and spin, and then toward the end of the ride, they flip you around backwards, and then they let them free, and they just kind of, whoever's heaviest or whatever the weight limit, or not limit, but like,
right.
However you're seated.
It's similar to the carnival ride as well.
Yeah, like
tilt or twirl. No.
What's
the one that's
a scrambler?
It does this. Yeah.
It gives scrambler vibes for sure.
Okay.
I would imagine it being that, but I can't. I want to say that I heard something that it wasn't going to be like that, and it's just going to be a normal roller coaster, which is way better than what we have.
Right.
Dude, what we have is rough.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It's so corny.
The ride?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
and it's
like
the
worst.
It's the worst. And to win.
But like sometimes I feel like they purposely did it because the movie is the worst, but also it's great because it is the worst.
Yeah, it's like we know it's bad.
Family, all day.
It's like we're all in on the joke.
Yeah.
But that joke?
Too far.
That's like a racial joke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's too fucking far. It's wrong crowd. And we are all the wrong crowd for it.
Yeah. Everybody.
It's just too cringy, bro. Yeah. Universal, man, they went through a stint, and I think they started listening to where they just did everything 3D.
Remember, I don't think this was a podcast conversation. I think this was a conversation in the car, but it could have been. Did we ever talk about here how I wonder if Vin Diesel realizes that he's a bad actor? Like that they're all bad actors in that movie? Or do they think like they're doing a good job? Or do they realize that they have their job because they're back acting and it's like funny? Like,
right. Are they
a part of the joke?
I don't think they are. I think that, I mean, okay, so.
That's mean. That's mean of all of us.
All they see is the box office, which does great.
It does do great.
And the fans who aren't going to be like.
But like Ludacris is probably the best actor in that.
Luda.
And I love Ludacris.
I love me some old Ludacris tapes.
For sure.
The royal penis is clean, your master. King shit.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that one.
No?
No, I know the one where his head gets big.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember what song that is.
Get back. Get back. You don't know me like that. Yeah.
Or is it Move, Bitch?
Move, bitch. Get out.
So many good songs. But yeah, I don't think that they're in on the joke. I think that or maybe they are. Who knows? They don't care. I could tell you that because they're just making money.
I don't think The Rock's a bad actor.
I don't think that any of them are technically terrible actors.
What else has Vin Diesel been in other than like the nanny?
You never seen Triple X?
What's that?
Or there's a couple movies, action movies that he's
There's
really good in.
only one movie that I truly loved him in, and it's when he the kid's dad go missing, and then he comes in and he's like this Navy SEAL or something, like X thing.
Don't know what this is.
And he comes in and he has to watch the kids with the mom, and then they end up taking the mom to help try to find the dad because this dad created this code or some, smart thing, and some other country wanted to take it or some shit like that. And they said the family was in danger, so they sent Vin Diesel to watch the kids, and he's just this like hard ass, lock the doors, lock this, and he ends up like falling in love with. It's like one of those movies where he falls in love with the kids, and the kids fall in love with him, and at first they all get mad at him, and that's when danger starts happening. And
I have
it's
no
a good
idea
movie.
what this movie is.
Well, we'll have to watch it then.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
There's a couple good movies that he was in.
The mom from One Tree Hill, not One Tree Hill. What's the other one? Gilmore Girls. From Gilmore Girls, she's
in it.
his love interest. Just
Spicy.
saying,
yeah, I don't know. Vin Diesel, man. I haven't. How do we get on?
I don't know. I think Vin Diesel is like a C-list actor on a B-list level.
A-list.
He's an A-lister?
Yeah, baby, he's Groot.
Yeah, but like Groot is
he's
A-lister.
in Marvel. He's in one of the as much as we make as much as everybody in the world makes fun of Fast and the Furious. It is one of the biggest franchises in the world.
Okay, but that's not how A-listers work.
Yes,
that's not
it is.
No, A-listers means like in popularity, right? Yes, he's in popular things, but him himself is not
an A-list
He's
actor.
not.
He is.
He is not.
He has made so
I disagree.
much money. You're
That's
thinking
not what
like,
means A-lister to me. To me, then at least. I could see Vin Diesel walking down the street and be like, and just
there's
keep
no
on going.
fucking way.
I swear to God, I would not give
People
two
would
shits.
crowd. Oh, you wouldn't care, but other people would.
You're right, because I really wouldn't give two shits if a lot of actors.
You're thinking from your mind.
But no, I just don't think. I think like A-listers.
that's
Okay,
bullshit.
so I think A-listers hang out in like a crowd, right? Vin Diesel is not in that. The A-listers make fun of Vin Diesel.
I
You know
don't
what I mean? He's not a cool kid. That's what I'm getting at.
Finn, man, sorry, dude. My wife hates your guts.
I don't.
I'm just kidding.
He's a very just cringy
Strange
man.
guy, yeah. He seems like a strange fella.
He does, but
yeah, I think he's A-list.
But I'm not talking about. He's just the only one I know by name other than Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What about him? You can't do the eyebrow thing.
Am I not doing
You
it?
gotta turn to the camera. She can't do it.
Am I not doing
It looks great. What about him though?
I love him.
Oh,
Not like that. Not
see,
like
I would
hot.
say that they're on the same. Because
No, you're out your mind. Don't disrespect The Rock, Dwayne.
I don't
Rock
think he's
Johnson.
a great actor.
What?
No, I think
Okay.
he's entertaining, but he's a one
Are you
trope. He's a one trick pony.
Moana.
That's animated.
You said Groot.
Yeah.
That's animated.
Yeah. I don't know.
No. There's the football one. Okay. Right.
I don't remember that.
There's multiple different Disney
What's that
movies.
movie with the kid?
Hundreds of them.
No, there's one where he's got like a daughter or something.
That's
and
the
it's
football
super
movie.
Sweet. Oh, is it?
And then there's the other football movie where he's with I don't want to say the wrong one.
You're going to.
Ice-T. Nope, that's the
Ice
wrong one.
Cube?
Ice Cube. Shit, sorry, Ice Cube. That's disrespectful.
He's in a movie with Ice Cube?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, it's not. Oh man.
Ice Cube is Friday.
Who am I thinking of? It is.
Ride Along.
Why
and
I
shit.
can't think of this. He's a rapper too, I think.
He's a rapper too.
Yeah, he's definitely a rapper.
That's an actor?
Yes.
Ice Cube.
No.
I don't know. I'm blanking. Is it Kevin Hart? I'm just kidding.
No. But he is in a movie with Kevin Hart.
He's in a lot of movies.
He's
with
in a
Kevin
lot of
Hart.
movies. He's in more movies than Vin Diesel is in. Yes, he is, and he's in a lot more A-lister movies than Vin Diesel.
It's not true.
It is true.
We'll have to do some research on this one. Don't pick up your phone now. There was a point in the podcast.
Can everybody else vote? Is there a way for them to communicate with
I
us?
vote yes. I vote no. What did you originally say that to?
So
Somebody's haircut or something.
No,
You're like,
a
I
hat.
vote no.
a hat.
Whose hat?
I'm not saying because
Oh,
he's
is it
a
somebody
sweet
we know?
man. No.
Paging Mr. Morrow.
Oh wow. Yes, I didn't want to say that because he's such
What,
a
the
sweet.
fedoras?
No, I don't even mind his fedoras. I don't like
like a
hats
specific
that
hat.
look like a kid named Kyle that drinks Monster should be drinking. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ, be wearing.
What did I say?
He said should be drinking.
Oh, because I just talked about monsters.
Um,
Yeah, like it was a Disney hat, and Mickey was like throwing up the peace sign or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Mm,
We were
no.
talking about that one dude
Corny.
on TikTok too that I follow. He's like the snack guy,
Yeah,
and I love his content.
cringy.
But the hats and shit, I'm like,
Oh, I'm thinking about the other guy. Yes, then the guy that looks like Peter.
yeah, he does kind of look like Peter from Ordinary Adventures. He's got a similar stature and look and haircut.
I'm stuck on this rapper, man.
Stuck on it. Can't think of who it is.
It's pissing me off.
Common's a very good actor.
I don't think so. No,
Ludacris.
no, it's not ludicrous. Let me.
Ice
let's
Cube,
keep the-
Ice T, Ice JJ Fish. There was something else that I was gonna go into off of the Universal thing, the VillainCon. So well, if we put this out right away, it might still be going on. But right now, VillainCon, the ride, is being ridden by team members.
I'm so
It's open for
like,
team members.
I just want to go there so bad and
I
like
know.
try the food and everything. And
I didn't think I would be as excited as I am. I think we've said this, but yeah, Minion Land actually has me pretty stoked. Just because I
Yeah.
think it's a new land, and it kind of happened really fast. Maybe because I go so little, it felt like it came up quick.
kind of always thought that I was gonna like it from the time that it started, but like then when you started to actually see like little pieces and they took down some of the walls and everything like that,
The food.
I got so excited.
The
And
food
then
got
to
me
watch, and watching all the content creators that we watched that go to the theme parks, watching their videos and seeing the food and actually looking like good theme park food,
Yeah,
like that
think
kind of just super.
they're stepping it up with food. I think as of late, they understand.
They need
the
to.
lore with food. If you kill it with food, people will love.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like for me with food, is like I feel like you can make shitty quality food good if you put in a little bit more effort in it. And like that's the whole thing with theme parks is, and everybody knows is, they serve you shitty cheap food
For a fucking upscaled price.
five times the amount that they pay for it.
It's a talked about thing where theme park food is like a genre of cheap food,
Right.
you know. But yeah, VillainCon, that'll be testing. So that means we're like I would imagine a couple weeks away maybe from soft opening, or a week away. I really don't remember how long it was when the last ride that opened.
Exhibit. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Exhibit.
He's in a wait, so who's in a movie with Exhibit?
The Rock.
Oh. Damn. I don't X to the Z, huh? I know a lot about rap. Where is he? Oh, he's right down there. I see him.
Yeah.
Pimp My Ride. Pimp My Ride. You know that show isn't on. There's a point. I didn't know this, and I learned it the other day. And I was in the middle talking about something else. But yeah, VillainCon, soft opening. Soft opening will probably be happening, which we could probably plan a trip there around that time and maybe be.
Well, like I said, it all depends on monies, but like we're going on a trip with my family at the last week of July. Yeah,
last week.
Yeah, and Fort Pierce, right? Is that where we're going?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure. I'm just driving there.
I'm just going.
Yeah.
I heard there's a pool.
On our way back, I was like, I want to plan to go to Universal and try. Also, they have a muffin croissant thing, a croissant.
Oh yeah,
croissant that I really want.
There.
If there's anything that I could have food wise that I've never had in this world, that if somebody was like, "Hey, I can bring it to you right now," it's a cronut.
Oh yeah, and that looks like it's close
because that's the only thing I mean, I can make desserts and stuff. If I took the time, I can do it. But that's a long process. I'm not ever going through myself.
Yeah.
So if somebody could bring me one, and Kyle mentioned that people are saying it's very, very similar to the taste and the texture.
Yeah, because I think it's made with croissant dough.
Yes.
But it's cinnamon sugar covered. As to a cronut is just a glazed donut.
They have cinnamon sugar ones.
Okay. Well, cronuts, as far as I've always known them,
or just the glaze.
Just glazed donuts.
Yeah.
But there are different types of donuts.
Yeah.
A cinnamon sugar donut is a donut still.
Right.
So, yeah, they probably do.
I think those are the only two, though.
They should do every donut croissant style.
Oh, my God. I'd be so happy.
You need to start a business, bro. What?
But
crumbled croissant.
Yeah.
Literally.
I want to take a day of Orlando. We did this
Stuffed
3
bagel.
birthdays ago for you.
Yeah, where we just went around and...
But I want to go early.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go, like, either we go and get a hotel room and then go later that night and just hang out at the hotel. And then early next morning, we take along. I don't care how we do it. But I want to get to Orlando early, and I want to go to the French Bakery. Mm-hmm. Okay? I want to go to Universal and hit up
Minion Land,
and get me a Chris Muffin.
That's not in the Minion Land.
It's right there by it.
It's in the Today Cafe. Yeah. We haven't eaten at Today Cafe at all.
Ever.
So I want to try it. Because last time we ate somewhere that we hadn't eaten before, it blew our minds.
Yeah.
So, and then what else?
Indian.
I want to go to Stuffle Bagel.
I want to. Yes.
Dude, that place keeps popping up on my timeline.
And then Korean corn dog every single time.
Yep, Korean corn.
Because if they have the elote one again, that's all I'm getting.
It was so good.
That's all I'm getting.
We didn't talk about this because we did the podcast the day of, but we went out with my mother and we watched Insidious, and that movie was really good.
Yeah.
I was surprised. And then so we talked about going to Chili's, and my wife, she's just so
loves
smart.
it.
She's so smart. So Tiffany does not like Chili's whatsoever. Hates it.
Yeah.
Could say she hates it. So we sat down at Chili's, and there's one specific thing that my mom wanted from Chili's, and she always gets. We sat down, we get our sodas. She gets my mom gets her Michelob Ultra. We're chilling, and three of you are like, I don't see the shrimp tacos on the menu.
Because that's what I gotta be. Because she liked them.
You were like, oh, shrimp tacos, and if Lori likes them, then I'll like them. So you're like, oh, I don't see the shrimp tacos. And my mom's like, yeah, where are the shrimp tacos? We literally grabbed the little thing, the little screen thing, paid our bill for our drinks, and got up and went to Cantina Louie's and had real tacos.
Yeah.
Because we were so like, I was like, Mom, it's your birthday. We can get up and go right now. And we did.
I don't want to be here.
She's like, I don't want to be here. I want to go. And Cantina Louie's has a Daytona one, which was just as good.
No.
Maybe a little less good.
Yeah.
Still good, though.
Service was great.
The food was still great.
The food was good. I wasn't disappointed. The only part that left me disappointed about my food is that I knew the one in Palm Coast was better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I would have never had the one in Palm Coast, I would have been delighted with my food.
Right.
And I still was, but you know what I'm saying.
Our waitress killed
That's shocking for anything in Palm Coast to be better than anything outside of Palm Coast.
Right. Keep up the quality, bros.
Yeah, you're doing an awesome job.
But yeah, we had an awesome day. My mom was super stoked. It was nice hanging out with her.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something when we were talking about Exhibit, so we're gonna go back to this. I was listening to a podcast with, there's a band called Attila. They're a metal band, and the lead singer from Attila was on
Pimp
that.
My Ride?
No, he was on that show where they like took you, where it was like, do you remember that show? It was like presented a person and they're like, what do you really want to be? What do you secretly want to be? And it would be like a gothic kid and he's like, I want to be a jock.
No.
You don't remember the show? It was called like Make Me or something.
No.
Well, he was on that show.
Okay.
He was clearly a metal kid and I can't remember what he wanted to be. He wanted to be like a male model.
Okay.
But he was super like long hair. I don't know.
He really wanted to be? That's what this...
No, he did it on purpose to be on the show.
Okay.
He's like, I'm me, a metal kid. I want to be a male model. They're going to sign me right up and I'll be on the show. And they were. But he explained that there is a time in MTV where they use this certain production company that doesn't exist anymore. And a lot of those legacy shows, Pimp My Ride, Make Me, whatever it was, probably some of the shows that we wonder about why we can't find them, like Scarred and shit. They can't exist on a streaming platform because the owner is this company still that went. I don't know. They don't exist. I don't think anymore.
So they couldn't sell it?
They probably. I don't know. That's what he said. He was like, he was literally trying to find out how he could get it on streaming platforms himself or something. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. But yeah, it was just a little thing I heard. I was like, that's insane. So that's because Pimp My Ride is such a big fucking thing.
I also heard Pimp My Ride was like completely fake.
Super fake. Yeah. They'd like take all the really good shit out of your car after you left and leave you with like this piece of shit car.
It's just
they never internally
piece of shit car.
No, they never internally actually fixed anything. They
so
only
if your engine was fucked up, your
engine was fucked, they'd leave your engine fucked and just build a fucking TV in a fish tank. You're still driving a piece of garbage car. It just looks
pretty
weird. Not pretty because they kind of went above and
no,
they did
those
a little
cars
ridiculous
usually look
shit.
good on the outside.
Yeah, like they give
drug dealer car.
No. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
they give
fucking the best drug dealer in town by that car driving by, and they gave that energy.
They give Fast and the Furious 1 to me, 1 and 2. You remember? Actually 3 too, because Tokyo Drift had the Hulk car, but everybody had these like souped up.
Because it was in California, those type of cars, those like low ride, those whatever.
Well, that's
I don't know what kind of cars those are.
Low riders, yeah.
No, but like the actual car. Yeah. And here we all have, well, not we, but like what I really wanted growing up was like.
Well, down south has the
police car. What is it called?
An Impala.
Impala. I wanted an Impala, baby blue on rims, sparkly.
Yeah, that's a different, different sides of the country have different car, like we have the Florida Lean and we have
clean on the inside, on the outside.
Candy paint, big rims.
Yes.
Over there, it's hydraulics, low riders. It's just the different cultures.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, they gave that energy, but for over there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. It gave Fast and the Furious vibes to me. Like, soup your car up, put really bright and cut paint on it.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, Fast and the... I guess so. But, like, when you say Fast and the Furious vibes for the South, I think of those fucking nerdy-ass kids that have those cars that are, like, annoyingly loud.
Yeah, racers.
Right. That is the worst.
I used to hang out with a bunch of racers.
Well,
my friend Kevin had I don't remember what model it was, but it was a Saturn, and he just put rims and exhaust on it, and he was a part of the car club. And these kids loved it, but they were dweebs. They were different kinds of dweebs.
For sure. Yeah, I'm not making fun of them. Like, I'm not a dork in some type of way.
Yeah. I'm just, it's funny. Yeah, I never got into that, but I did hang out with people that did.
And just like, and anybody that really likes cars are insulted by those kids with those cars. Are like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're doing with your cars?
Those are stupid cars.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
You're making a shitty car look cool.
And then they put the blah, 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 and when they like take off. Yeah, when they take off, and I hate that. No, but like when it like backfires on purpose. It's not the blah, 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 it's the backfire. Because Colton cut my Mustang pipe or whatever that thing is, exhaust down.
Put a hole in your exhaust, Made it loud.
So it was super loud.
And this Mustang?
He was like 14 at the time when he did it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was on your Mustang,
to him,
right?
He thought it was cool. Yeah.
And we all thought.
I'm sure everybody thought it was cool, but here I am just like, making my way downtown, driving fast, needs this slap, and I'm homebound. And the car's like...
listening to Britney Spears or something.
Yeah.
So you're on Threads. Have you come across Britney Spears' Threads yet? They're just as bad.
I just scroll right past them because I'm not into that Britney Spears, and she is not going to ruin my Britney Spears for me. I know it's the same person, but I feel bad saying that because it's clearly done by trauma that she's been through, and she's just never going to be who she was, and who she,
She's still. I think that.
But she's a little cuckoo.
It sucks to say, but it's weird. She posted 2 things back to back, and they were literally the exact same.
She looks in your soul too as she dances.
Yeah, this dancing is weird. But there's this one video where she started this. She's promoting a book that she just got done writing.
Uh-huh.
And there's somebody behind the camera like breathing really heavily. And then
probably
and
her
he's
husband.
But she started to go off and like sing a song or something that was related to what she was talking about, and you hear him just go too much behind the phone, and then she clicks it off. And then she redid the same exact video but selfie style. Like the first time it was on a tripod, the second time is her saying verbatim the same exact shit. And even the singing part at the end without him bothering her. And it just made me think, I'm like, what? Like she's Britney Spears. What is going on that we don't know? Like, what is going on in that? And it's crazy, like, celebrities get so big and, like...
I don't think people realize, like, the drugs that they had her on...
Oh, they're insane.
Like, she is not at a normal mental state. No, and she will never be.
She'll never be a normal person again.
And, like...
Even if she didn't get on drugs, she'd already be a kind of a kooky kind of person because you get that famous... She was the biggest thing in the world. You get, like, you lose touch with the real world.
Yeah, but she probably would have went kooky in a different fucking way. Like, she literally is not herself. She's lost herself.
Now, yeah.
She's not lost herself like in, like, she doesn't understand how money works for poor people or, like, how, like, bills work.
There's something going on.
There's something, like, wrong, and it imbalanced her hormones and everything in her brain, and, like, She just will never, I don't think, be
the same.
who she was before.
Right.
And it's sad, but I mean, hey, if she's happy and she likes to look into people's souls while she dances now, go for. She does like that kind of thing.
I seen a conspiracy theory video, and it did get me pretty good. Where
was this prior to her
this
getting
is way
out?
before this.
So
this is all after the fact. This is
that she's now.
This is in this social media weird dancing videos era of her.
But that's what I'm talking about. Is this when she was still under control of her family? You're talking about afterwards. Yeah,
afterwards.
Okay.
Where it's with the new videos, the videos of her putting on putting a tripod up and just dancing. Mm-hmm. There's a couple videos where her hand goes in front of her face, and it looks like, do you know what a deep fake is? Where someone takes someone's face and photoshops it, or CGI's it. It's not really her. And there's like a clear second where it's like you see it leave and come back.
Right, but that could not be as a filter too.
No, not the way not the way it was, but it could be made.
Right.
Too,
could be the other way around.
Nowadays could be made.
Yeah, I'm unsure of anything going on with her, but I don't know.
I used to have the biggest crush on her.
I just say, fuck her family. Fuck them people.
Yeah, her dad's a real piece of work.
Her dad, her mom, her sister, them all. They all used her for her fame and her money. And I just,
it's sad.
Hopefully they can, repair their relationship and she can forgive them and they can move forward because, at the end of the day, that's just going to cause her more trauma to hate the people that she loved so much. And maybe she doesn't hate them anymore. But, that is a sad situation. I would choose my family over any fame, any money, any day. And,
we choose our family over money all the time.
Yeah.
We make less money and work hours that we work, so we have time for our kids.
Right.
And they'll remember that. Well, they'll
appreciate it one day.
Appreciate it one day, but without knowing it, they're appreciating it because they'll never have a time where they will be like, oh, Dad was too busy with work.
Right.
He couldn't show up because of work.
Right.
Every once in a while, there's going to be stuff that we can't do because of our schedules, whatever. But it's not like Daddy worked, Mom worked the entire time I was a child.
Right.
We did, but we made it balanced. Right. Sad stuff with Britney.
But yeah,
Spears.
I don't like watching her stuff because it's just not the Britney I knew, and it creeps me out a little bit. To be honest with you,
it is creepy. I follow her on everything, and it's just like
I can't.
I don't know, man.
Justin Timberlake too, all that. Don't get me wrong, he's not weird or anything or got anything going on. I wouldn't follow him today just because I feel like that messes with my who you were Justin Timberlake, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I just don't feel like he's Justin Timberlake anymore to me, who he is now.
Yeah. Celebrities before social media, I think, were so different. Because now you're a celebrity, but you also have to be personable and seem like a normal person on social media. So it kind of keeps people grounded a little bit back then. And we can't forget that the two people that we just mentioned are fucking child stars. They were kids on Disney. They were on the Disney Club or whatever that show was. So yeah, they're probably weirdos in real life.
I don't necessarily think he's weird. I'm just saying he's just not I like to think of them as in their top era
where they're cool and fucking.
Yeah, I know that he's not cool or cheap, but you know what I mean. I mean.
Or he had ramen hair.
I liked when he had the ramen hair.
I love the ramen hair. I remember when I was younger.
Remember that movie they had?
What movie?
In the NSYNC movie.
There's not an NSYNC movie. There's a Spice Girls movie.
No.
There's not an NSYNC movie. There is not an NSYNC movie. There is not an NSYNC movie.
He had a movie while he was in NSYNC then.
Yeah, he was in movies. Yeah. He was in a Disney movie first, and I remember watching that entire movie.
Why did I just remember that?
Just to see him, I watched the entire thing and cried because I was so in love with him when I was
little. Didn't he was a famous guy in it?
I can't remember.
Yes.
I just remember
and then he
being
shows up to her dance, and they fall in love. Oh my god!
Like
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
I love being young.
I know. The things we were obsessed with. I can't remember what story I was about to.
I'm sorry. I just while you were talking about that, I remember myself being in my bedroom, being so giddy watching that movie and dancing in my bedroom like I was dancing with him.
Yeah, I was too.
That you were dancing with him.
I loved him.
You were dancing with him?
No, not with him. As I was him.
That's what. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Different kind of affection.
I just said I was dancing with him, and you go, yeah, I was too. And I said, wait a minute, are you dancing with him or as him? And he said, I'm with him.
I'm as him. I meant. I'm trying to remember what I was about to go into. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I was a huge Justin Timberlake NSYNC fan. There's an NSYNC box of Pop Funkos right there, and I gave Mariah a Justin Timberlake Pop Funko because
you had that one.
I had the single, now I have the set.
Right.
I had those.
I had the single, now I have the set.
I had the marionettes.
The Puppeteers.
Remember when that No Strings Attached
I didn't
album?
know they made them. No.
Yeah, they made them, and I had them. They're very expensive now. They were expensive then. I could smell.
Why would you lose
do you have
that?
Memories? I don't know. A year later, I was an Eminem fan, and then was like, rip all my pictures off the wall. Fuck these pussies. I'm real hard gangster now, and then put fucking.
Deep down inside, you still love JT.
Yeah. Once I got older, I was like, I really like this guy still. I could like both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was fucking obsessed. I did a talent show. I used to have a vest that said Justin on it, and my other best friend had a JC.
Oh, God.
We went as Halloween. We dressed up as Justin Timberlake and JC. Yep. Pretty. First concert I ever went to. Nosebleed seats. Fucking NSYNC. No Strings Attached tour. Hey, hey.
Bye, 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 bye.
Ow, ow. Oh. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't remember how we got into. Oh yeah, talking about celebrities. But yeah, I was obsessed with him for a long time.
Who's the one celebrity you think? And I think we always say this. Actually, there's like 2 or 3 of them that we say that would just be like instant, like hang out with, be cool, love it. Seth Rogen.
Love it.
Okay, and
hang out with.
Mm-hmm. Post Malone.
Oh, Posty would be. I got a Post Malone. Posty's
right there.
Right here. Yeah, Posty's right there. Posty.
There's one more in it. He just kind of like left my brain.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack Black.
Oh, I just want to hug him.
Right?
Give him a big hug and just never let go.
I can't think of any female ones.
Yeah, me neither. Not off the top of my
head.
And
I was like, well, let me not say that. Okay. For my child, I would choose, ready? Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, and Emma.
Emma Watson?
The one that hangs out with Taylor Swift that was in Spider-Man.
Zendaya?
No, that's not Emma. But I would choose Zendaya.
Emma Watson. She was in the Spider-Man that's not good? Or one of the new Spider-Man?
Emma Watson's not the one that was in Harry Potter. That's Emma.
Oh, that is Emma Watson.
Okay, so not Emma Watson.
I'm losing. I know. I can see. Are you talking about the girl from Superbad?
Yeah, she was also in Easy A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma
Stone.
Stone. There you go. Yep.
Emma Stone.
She's
Actually,
pretty.
Emma Stone.
Had a crush on her too. Well, you guys are always talking about crushes on these guys. My wife, my sisters, my sister-in-law, my fucking kid, my daughter, crushes on everybody. You guys just are quick to be like, Jason Momoa, or Charlie Hunnam. And
okay, Charlie Hunnam is the only one.
And when the
only one that I'm ever like, yes. When they were talking about Thread, like celebrities talking to people, I was like, fuck yeah, does Charlie Hunnam have one? Because I'm about to hit that dude up.
False.
But like, just kidding, not hit him up like that. I just meant like say hi so I could get a hey back and screenshot it and say that he talked to me one time.
Me and Lex have been going to war screenshotting.
Oh yeah,
Not
I know.
war, but we've been back and forth like, hey, look who followed me. Hey, look who followed me.
Yeah.
It's just content
it's
creators.
Fun. Yeah.
Really.
But yeah. I don't go in like that. Mariah does. She's in that preteen, like everything's attractive. Like
cute.
even ugly things are attractive.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. But yeah, you guys always have your little comments on like, he's cute, he's fine.
Attractive.
He's attractive. And when those moments come up and you're like, well, what actresses do you think are hot? And I can never off the top of my head think. But when I start to say them, I'm going to be like, that girl.
I don't say it like that.
That girl's aight.
Mm-hmm.
That girl's aight. Mm-hmm. I can never really think of which actresses I had crushes on until I do remember. It's fun. Fun stuff. All right, so one last thing, since I told you it was going to be on every show. Horror Nights, we got an update.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing crazy, but they put trusses up for the scare zones. So it has begun. Lights, trusses, the background stuff's happening. I'm fucking so excited.
How many houses are there usually?
10.
And how many have they released?
2.
That's it?
Last of Us, Chucky.
That's it?
That's it. They got I feel like this time last year they had a lot. Most years by this time they have announced a lot more. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're doing this year. But I can almost 100% tell you that Stranger Things is going to be there. Everybody's saying it.
Right.
Other than
didn't
that,
they just retweet something with Stranger Things? Or was that?
Alicia did from Theme Park Stop. That's who I was stoked on following. She followed both my accounts. Let's go. She's where I get my information. The Genie Plus for Universal thing, got it from her. The Hub Times that we talked about on the episode with Kyle and Lex, got that information from her. I'm a big fan of her content and everything she does. She's super sick. She also does the, I think it's called, I don't want to say it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's called Gay Day. It's something like that, but it's like a Disney LGB.
Yeah, it's been going on since like
the she
80s.
runs it. Oh, I don't know if it's been going on that long, but she
the 90s at least, because my aunt and uncle accidentally went that day with their
at
kids.
Disney.
Yes.
Huh. I don't. Maybe it's a different thing then, because she is a part of.
I mean,
something.
I'm sure they get new people that are running it.
No, I think she created this thing
that
we're talking about, or someone did, and she took the Florida side of it.
Okay.
Whatever. There was a big podcast that they did. It was like a special where they just brought in different people who were aligned with the LGB, which is super sick. I love that.
Yeah.
I believe that I think Ian is too, the guy that's on. They're all just big advocates.
Right.
It's super sick. But I listen to her a lot, and she followed me and liked my comment and stuff. I was stoked. Pew2 followed us too.
Yeah. Pew2 followed us?
They followed our podcast.
Pew2 did?
Yep.
Hi, guys.
What's up, dudes? I don't think they're listening. But
Who knows? One
day. I did put it out there. Did they follow us or did they like the thing? I think they followed us.
I know they liked
But
the
I
thing.
put it out there, and a couple people commented on it and would be like, we're here for this. We would be stoked if you guys had them on the podcast.
Really?
We would listen. There was like 2 people. For 15 followers, I mean, at least people are
That's,
interacting.
that's pretty...
I really hope that next year I listen to this stuff and it's like, we've gotten so far.
Can you believe? Yeah.
Can you believe we were stoked on 15 followers? I got a few hundred followers right off rip on my personal account. But, I've changed a lot. Mm-hmm. And the following that has come in from my following on Instagram doesn't really align with what I do anymore.
Right.
It's a lot of, hip-hop heads, which I think back to the personal... my own show.
Sorry.
I think I will interview rappers, singers, producers, also people from the metal scene, people from the pop, all types of music. I don't want to have a cap on it.
But I think like you were saying, I don't think it should just be music though.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. When I'm at first, I was gonna. My idea was to make like a No Jumper-esque channel, which is a big
and
rap.
very big.
Yeah. Which is a big underground rap channel. I wanted to create something like that for metal.
Right.
But I also don't want to put a cap on anything, or you want to be niche but you don't want to be too niche.
Right.
And the more I think about it, the more I don't want to just talk to musicians, because it could get very boring. And you could yawn on the podcast a bunch, and it would be so boring that you were yawning. I'm just kidding, baby. I know you're tired. I'm fucking with you. It happens to be on video now, though, so they're seeing it.
Yeah, I'm constantly tired. It has nothing to do with
Yeah,
this.
we're parents, so we're always yawning. Don't
They
be
were laying and
offended.
taking a nap, and I just could not stop looking at the baby because I was like,
Right.
I don't get to look at her when she's sleeping at night. I'm look at her now.
There's one thing that I wish I knew more of, and I would love to get in the community a little bit, and that's comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to meet some stand-up comedians and pick their brains and like, or even other podcasters.
Yeah. I would always, I've always wanted to do like, not a cooking show, but like I love following TikToks of people like doing like recipes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's something that I would always like to get into, but like it's just having the time to set up the kitchen to do it like that and like know what meal I'm preparing and,
Right.
I'm
going to ask you a question. Because I know a couple and I really just want to pick brains. When I think of podcasting, I'm trying to think of something that's like intriguing to people. I know a couple people who do OnlyFans. How do you feel about me interviewing an OnlyFans person? Two. I have two people in mind.
It's not you interview. It's like, what are you interviewing? Like, what are the topics? Like,
what it's like living like that, or like what it's like being that type of content creator. The one girl that I want to interview is a musician and an OnlyFans and a dancer.
As long as it doesn't go more of the route of like sexual, like because that is, what I mean? Like that is what that is. But like I feel like you can talk about it without it being.
No, yeah,
like
you know me, it's not going to be. Like
I know,
that.
but you just see those interviews. They have people that do interviews with them, like podcasts or just even like the interviews.
Yeah, but those are,
and it always like starts off and then it just varies. And I don't think you would do that way, but like it always varies that way. And
it's usually people that are involved in that entertainment business.
Probably,
too.
yeah.
Like I'm a normie wanting to interview a person who is picking something for their like not career, but. I don't know. It just interests me to be like...
that's their job.
All creating
right
is interesting to me.
Right.
And the one girl, I really want to pick her brain because she literally is super talented, but has only gotten a little bit of fame or following that she has from being pretty and being on OnlyFans and being a dancer. So it's like, I want to know what that dynamic's like. Because I know what it's like to... not be taken seriously music wise. Every musician goes through it. It's interesting.
Like, do they think that that's stopping them from going further with their music?
100%. It is.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to see them sexy,
right?
Or post pretty videos of themselves, and then this poor girl puts her
but
heart.
She might not see it that way.
She does.
She does.
For sure. She complains about it.
Oh.
That's why I'm like
okay.
wanting to. But she's a pretty face. She obviously is a sex worker, and then that's what they're called.
Don't say that.
That's what they're called. Don't cringe at. They're called sex workers. But what was I?
I'm just saying, would they call it that?
Yeah, it's called sex work.
Would they call it that?
Yes, they would. But I want to know what it's like. I want to pick her brain because she is a pretty girl who's does this, but she's also this super talented person who can't break through what she really wants to break through in.
Right.
Because the algorithm or the people only like when she's being provocative.
Yeah. It sucks. It sounds like she's got one or two options.
Yeah. Restart from scratch with music
and
or
completely
just
stop doing that.
Sex work.
Yeah. Or just continue doing what she's doing.
Yeah.
Which I mean, there is a chance with what she's doing now that somebody could hear her music and just like
her music is crazy good.
Because if you think Cardi B, right?
Her voice is crazy good, and it's not like that.
No, but I'm just saying if you think Cardi B, right? I'm sure how many people you think told Cardi B, don't go on that show.
What do you mean?
She was on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, yeah, for
sure. How many people told her not to go on that show? That's not how you're going to get famous. That's not how your music's going to get out there. You're going to look like a fool.
It's going to damn your music. It's going to
damage you. It's a whole bunch of old wannabes and then also she was a stripper. That's how she was able to do her music videos and do that stuff.
She honestly opened the doors for a lot of girls.
So many people were like, don't go that route. And I mean, she's the only really one that's ever really came from that, like from that point, like that famous.
I feel like she opened a door.
She did. For sure. But even since her opening that door, how many have gotten to her level doing that?
Her level, none.
None. And so,
a big level though, a lot.
Yeah. But like there was always like sexy women being sexy, doing stripping and all kinds of stuff. She took that to a whole nother level, but that's not to say that couldn't happen for somebody else doing it.
Yeah. But the interesting thing with me, or not with me.
For you.
The interesting thing for me with this person is that that's not the type Cardi B, right? Cardi B is Cardi B.
Right.
It's all that.
Right.
She is.
What's her music genre?
That's a part of her brand. That's what I'm getting to. That's a part of her brand.
Right.
She talks about that kind of stuff.
Right.
This girl is a singer. And it's like.
What kind of music?
It's. I don't know. It's very.
Folksy?
No.
Country?
It's like poppy.
Poppy.
But.
They can fit into pop.
But it's almost like alternative too sometimes. Like she has like a alt kind of look to her, and
I honestly think alternative music
rap.
For me, alternative music, women that were in alternative music for me outside of somebody that does not know anything about music other than I listen to it on the radio. I always thought girls that sang alternative music like Tattoos, I thought a lot of them that fit the realm for them to go doing like OnlyFans and stuff. I feel like a lot of them have done that.
Yeah, you just don't see it as much. It's usually rappers. It's usually like the girl that's gonna
I think it's
stripper
just about
vibe
even.
that's gonna make stripper music.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
music.
When I think of like sometimes the same. Okay, so you have like I don't know. You have like the hardcore like rock girls that have the tattoos in the strip club. And then you have like the hip hop shaking booty
That's
girls
exactly
in the strip club.
It is with her. She's like that type of person.
So it fits it.
Yeah. It's just different.
It's different.
Because her
But
music...
I don't have anything against you doing that. No.
Okay, cool. I don't know when. I mean,
yeah.
I'm like, with my personal thing, the more I think about it, I just want to not interview, but talk with people that interest me.
Yeah.
And that's interesting to me.
Yeah. People like to think of women. There's men that do that. There's men that do that as well.
Oh, if I knew a male that worked in the sex
That's
industry,
what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't understand how, like, there's a stigma for one and not the other. Just because a woman is a sexual being does not mean that she wants to have sex with everybody.
No.
Or that
it's work at the end of the day, too.
Or
Men are just stupid.
Women are a big part of the problem, too.
Yeah.
It's not for me. That's not what I would ever imagine for myself or anybody that I love to want to them do. But I would support anybody that I love doing what they felt.
Yeah, if we had a friend and she was like, "Oh, I do OnlyFans and I make a killing,"
I'd
not
like, judge
for you, dog.
Anybody for anything that they do. That's not my place to judge them.
Yeah, it's just not for you.
That's not my place to have a problem with you doing that.
And that's why
I don't have a problem with it.
I'm interested in talking to people who do that kind of stuff, because that's just such a fucking weird world to me.
Yeah.
It's such a weird world.
Right.
Everybody obviously has some kind of relationship with.
I mean, like I tell you right now, I don't know how many times that me and the girls at the cafe, jokingly, I definitely am not thinking that anybody.
I'm gonna quit my job and make a fee.
I don't think fee or just OnlyFans. Period. Yeah. Like anything like that. Everybody has a thought. Not everybody, but a lot of people.
A lot of girls
have that thought. Like,
or make that joke.
These bitches are making like $10,000 a day.
Yeah. Well,
some of them.
Some of them. Hard work though.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's necessarily easy, but compared to a day in and a day end job where you're not making a lot of money, I would think that was easier to make $10,000 compared to what I would have to do to make $10,000 at my job in a day.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure.
Yeah,
it's better. I mean, it's still hard work. It's different.
But like the thing is. And like the most like nicest, these women have to be beasts to be able to go do that, because I would not be able to post it on my social media where everybody knows what I'm doing. Like that is a confidence that I could never touch.
You know what kind of like awkward conversations come up at
for
family things or because and then people like it sucks, but people probably treat them like shit.
Sometimes, I'm sure.
When they don't understand or when they think you're just a porn star.
Yeah.
That's what you are.
I mean, no matter what job you do, unless you're like a doctor or a lawyer, or probably even some of them get stuff too or something like that, there's people that are going to look down on you for what you do. Like, I'm sure people look down on me like, oh, you're in like...
You manage a cafe.
You're in the service industry. Ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've had people treat me like shit of that because like that and act like I can't support my family because of it. And support my family just fine because of it.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that came into my head, but I just want, like, if I start my own podcast, I really want to focus on just and not interviewing, but like talking with people from all walks of life.
Right. Yeah.
Mainly in creating stuff.
That makes complete sense to me. I mean, I think you do a really good. Like that's the biggest thing about you is, like I said, you are open to so much. You like so much.
Right. I find I am weird. I like find something that I enjoy a little bit, even if it's not. I think it's because I focus so much on just music for so long that now that I'm in my 30s now, and even before I was doing it, like late 20s, I try and find things outside of music to give me my dopamine. Like I find things and obsess. The theme park stuff. As soon as I started going to theme parks regularly, I'm obsessed with theme park creation. I'm obsessed with the history. I just get into things like that. I do that all the fucking time.
You've seen Kyle, even Lex, recently get into the theme parks a little differently, and like you're like now like, oh, that's
it's
so
like a
cool.
Resurgence for me.
Yeah.
Even like the lawn thing, like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to take Keeping Up with the Lawn, which isn't kept up right now. And then all of a sudden I'm watching people do that online as a profession, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just when I find it interest, I jump.
That's awesome. I wish I cared about
photography.
Much. I love photography,
podcasting.
But like I was saying, I wish I cared as much about different things and like kept myself going like you do, because I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, I just don't want to. I don't know. I'm always looking for that thing that's like interesting me, something new to interest me.
Yeah,
it's. I don't know.
You enjoy yourself with like.
I enjoy so many little things.
When we first started dating,
it was
these Pop Funkos that I kept calling Pop Francos.
Pop Francos. You guys can't see it, but I got a shelf of just Star Wars ones.
Oh yeah, a whole shelf of Star Wars, and then little shelves of little different ones.
Yeah, they're spread out. I have I got Billy Madison on one speaker, Annabelle from The Conjuring on one speaker. I got
Chucky over here.
Charles Lee Ray's over here. Got a little Post Malone, NSYNC. I got a bunch of different ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not crazy. Do believe me? There's insane people who own way too many.
Oh yeah.
I got out of it a little bit. I have trouble buying them now. But people buy them for gifts, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to break that of people, too. I think your parents are broke. They're like, I don't want to buy him toys anymore.
Nobody buys you them anymore, I don't think.
They bought me, like, 1 or 2 for Christmas. And then the rest of the stuff was actually
Yeah, but they also bought my brothers them, a couple. It wasn't just...
Legos, too.
It wasn't just...
build my Legos.
Directed towards you. But yeah, I
don't know. I'm just like, I'm always looking for something to be interested in and, like... Keep me young.
Yeah. See, you like to get into stuff that, yes, it's expensive as well, but like you can do some things on your own with it. Like you can make it work until you can get like more stuff. Mm-hmm. Everything I like is super expensive to start. I mean to like start. Like I would love to do expensive. But I would love to like also do what is it called? Why am I going blank? Like interior design.
Oh yeah.
Boy, I'd love that. And I would start with this house, but that is millions of dollars. Not millions, but hundreds of dollars. Yeah. And like I would love to do like wedding planning. I would love to there's tons of things I'd love to do, but like I have to find a way to gain money to even like begin to start with them.
Right.
So I
think
photography was my first.
Yeah. You're very business oriented too.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm like creative. I'm like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't want to make a move unless I know I'm going to make money out of it, which is not great either.
And the money is like the last thing that I think about.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like literally just trying to like make myself keep myself happy.
Money hungry all the time, but like I am. I don't want to like not do.
You had a kid when you were 19 and had to realized, hey,
yeah,
this is what life's about. And your dad is like that. He's a business owner. He's I'm sure he drilled it into you guys and like.
Yeah. My biggest fear is being broke.
Yeah.
And like not being able to give my kids things because of it. Like I could give two shit. I mean, I want things, but I could give two shits if I go without it.
Right. Yeah, that's also, I mean, clearly one of my fears, but I really try not to dwell on money because I've found even that this comes back to like the music and stuff for me too. Is like when I dwelled and focused on trying to make money is when I was the most miserable.
Right.
And it became it wasn't passionate and it was soulless. And I'm like very into what's feeding my happiness, what's feeding my soul, and money is the root of all evil.
Right.
And I don't know. I always just believe like we're going to make money. We work our jobs where people will make money, whether we'll be the biggest money people in the world. We're not going to be the richest people in the world. I don't care.
All right.
As long as you know what I'm saying? As long as I'm able to feed my children.
Yes.
And feed my wife.
Yes.
As long as it's the important things are taken care of, I really try not to stress about money.
For sure. I'm the same way. I just know that there is a point financially that I want to be, and there's things that I want to be able to own.
Me too. Yeah.
That like are like little goals that I want, and like I want to own a boat.
Oh yeah, me too. I want
to go on several vacations.
I say all this, but then in my mind, everything that I do, I really hope that the dream is to take all the little things that I do and make money.
But your passions aren't about the money.
They're not about the money.
You hope that they'll come
make
from
the money,
and that's the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. My passions up until photography
are just
I wasn't going to do unless I knew I was going to make money off of it. And I photography probably would have been the same if I wouldn't have gotten our first camera as a gift. I would have never spent the money.
Took the leap.
Yeah. We wouldn't have, but you know, that's just me. But I love photography. Balance, I'm so thankful that we were able to. Yeah, it's a good balance because I'm quick to be like,
guys. Imagine this. She handles our finances. Holy shit! Big fucking there.
That was a shocker.
Big shocker, dude. Yeah, I get paid and I send her money.
Yeah,
and then I keep a little bit of money for the bills that are taken off of my card.
Yeah.
And then I keep a little chunk of money for the things I need to pay for.
Right.
And that's it. And it works beautifully. She's so good at it. She's passionate about it.
Yeah.
So fuck it. That's your thing.
That's my thing.
Music's my thing. And podcasting doesn't make any fucking money. But
I love this too.
I know.
I love it.
I know you love doing it.
I do. I love doing anything that I get to spend time with you.
Ooh,
I know.
We talk about this all the time.
You are like the person that I'm obsessed with most outside of our kids, and I love that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice that we're not like running away from each other to do other things. Like,
ever. I'm
not the guy that's like, all right, babe, I need my 3 hours of video game time.
Yeah.
But I am the person when a video game comes out, I do warn you. I'm like, hey, babe, just let you know.
I'm going to play this. And I just sit there watching him play it or be on my phone. So
I did that months ago and it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
I didn't even buy Resident Evil 4 and I fucking like love it. I want it so bad still. But I just don't have... My brain is changing too.
Yeah.
I can't sit still. I need to do stuff like this.
Right.
I need to be like creative, or I need to be like doing something.
Right. But going to the point of me and you really quick was like, we're obsessed with each other in a healthy way, and we love each other. And that I had an employee that wasn't working out. Just she was always late. She was always late. She lied about things. She disappeared to the bathroom for long periods of time. She'd do all kinds of stuff, right? And so therefore, as the manager, these aren't things that can go unnoticed and undealt with. But instead of her realizing that she was the problem and like fixing it, she was very interested in a cook that works with us as well, right?
Yeah.
She told people that I hated her and disliked her.
And were jealous of her.
And because I wanted to cook.
Which is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. But I'm just saying that we are so that when I told you that, we both were like,
what? I think
I'm
most
pretty
people
sure I talk about my husband.
I'm pretty sure that most people that actually know us too would be like, what the fuck? How would you even think that silly thought in your head?
Everybody did. Everybody was like,
you guys, do you know Brian and Tiffany? Because they're like
goals.
They're goals, baby.
Like everyone was like, bitch, are you okay?
Yeah,
like,
she wasn't.
No. It's just like
drugs.
Why? Like just all of it. Just all of it. Why would I, a happy home, beautiful family, ever for a minute be mad that I wanted somebody that's sleeping with you? Right. Just for that point alone.
Right.
No. But I'm very happy. Right. I'm very obsessed with my husband. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy though, because most people, like, that is a scenario in most people's lives. Some people's lives. Married for a couple years, they get bored.
Yeah,
and they're trying to bang a cook. And it's crazy to us. We're very far from old fashioned.
Yeah.
The way we are and the way things are for us. But at the same time, we have these traditional things where it's like, we know it's us.
Yeah. And I'm pretty straightforward of a person. I feel like a lot of the times I would never, and I just don't understand how anybody could do that. If I was unhappy, you'd be the first person to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there would be no questioning. We would talk about it before we even got to something like that.
Anytime that I'm, like, depressed or anything like that, it's like, I'm not feeling good.
Yeah. Like, I would communicate that with you, and I don't know. I don't understand how people cheat on other people. It's just not something within me. Like, if I felt the need to do that, it would be a conversation. It would be a conversation before something like that would happen. And I think that's just the type of person that she is, that she would cheat on somebody that she was with, so she automatically just thought like, oh, she doesn't like me no.
Yeah, some people don't grow the fuck up either.
Yeah.
And some people are like rooted in drama,
and
like
unhealthy,
love, the drama and toxicity, and we just aren't that.
No.
We were raised correctly.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Not a lot of people have that.
No. I was talking with a gentleman at the bar the other night. That I was working.
Yeah. I was at the bar and I was talking to a gentleman.
Bar the other night talking to a gentleman.
Getting loose.
But it wasn't the other night, it was the other day, and he was in there and he asked me how life was going with the kids, and I said, it's good, it's just one extreme to the other, baby and, preteen. And he goes, oh yeah, that's like the age. I have 2 daughters. And he said, there's times that you're going to be too harsh on them. Like it's hard not to sometimes. You're going to lose, but if you stay on the path and just try to direct them correctly and just like show them, be who you are, so they will be who you are, an extension of who you are. Right. And he goes, I would say about 2 years ago, my youngest came up to me and was like, thank you for being you and being the parent that everybody kind of deserves, because so many of my friends have so much childhood trauma. Yeah. And just like their parents aren't the person that they go to because of everything they went through. And I was like, oh yeah, 1,000%. I've thanked my parents. I mean, when I hear of other people's childhood, I'm like so shocked. Like that what I had growing up isn't normal. What voodoo should be normal, because it's happiness, and I will give that to my kids. Yeah, and they will feel the same way, hopefully, and create that for their families.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some people, I don't know. It's weird. Some people, it's crazy to me.
I would say 75% of the people that I've met, and 75% of the people that I've talked about childhood stuff with, 75% of them have not had a great childhood, and that is insane. Yeah, if not more.
I had a good childhood, but I had traumatizing things happen. But
that's different. Yeah, that you had good parents, and you had you just had bad things happen, and as parents, that's something that we have to realize. We can't control everything. We can try to be there and stop things, but we can't control everything that happens within our kids' life. but like your mom didn't cause you any of the trauma.
No,
you're not going to have any.
My parents actually didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Your dad didn't create any of that trauma.
The world did.
The world did, and people in that world did, and they. But when you look back on your childhood with your parents, you think happiness.
Yeah, even for like I've talked about it a little bit. I love my father, but we aren't the closest, and it's been like after I was of age, like 18, 19, something just. A lot of things happened where it was just like I don't know. It's very, I don't know, weird. But I only remember the way it was when I was a kid. And that's kind of how I model my being a father.
Yeah.
I'm very much like him when he was, when we were young.
Yeah.
And him and my mom were at their prime in love, and I don't know. I still think of the family we were when I was little and Kyle was like a baby. And that's how I want to model. It's fun.
Right.
But it's a good environment.
Right.
We were in a good environment.
Yeah.
And that's honestly, that's a big reason why we moved to Florida too. It's because, my mother's family and just family in general on both sides, it wasn't the best.
Right.
It's just like you love your family, but sometimes it's just not the best situation to be in, and seeing the things that you're going to see, and I don't know if this was conscious. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think my dad
was like,
I need
to stop
get
generational
Yeah.
What is it called? Trauma.
Yeah.
Like it was going to stop with them.
Right. Yeah, it's going to stop here. Like we're going to be a different version of a family.
Yeah.
Without this. Right. And it's kind of funny because it still did come around and ended up but it's not as bad, but I still had my issues with stuff, and it's kind of funny, like similar things that my family went through with the kids, like the cousins and stuff. We all went through similar things, even though we're thousands of miles away from each other and don't talk to each other every day. It was almost like it was a curse of the... But most the ones that were having issues have made it a point to switch it. Like my cousins are... Like cousin who had issues are sober. There's people trying to break that. Right. Just beautiful. Yeah. It's crazy. Families are crazy. Your family, none of that. Mm-mm. You guys have one or two bad
apples?
Seeds. Yeah. And even I don't want to sound weird, but even your bad apples are kind of in hindsight of what my family is like. Not that bad.
One of them.
I know, but I know.
Well,
I don't even want to get into all of it. But
I just, I think if we just remember, I don't have to remember, it just constantly happens. But if you just remember to love one another, and then even if at your angriest moment with each other, to remember the love, because I don't think we've never even had an argument.
Me and you bicker.
We've had we've had bickered, but we've never argued.
I've never raised my voice at you one time.
No.
And I don't want to start.
No, I've never raised my voice at you.
Yeah, there's only one person in this house I've raised my voice to.
Yeah.
And it's our child.
Yeah. And I've done that plenty as well. And there's just time that's more of what I'm thinking is where I yell at her, and then I bring myself back out of it, and I just talk to her. Yeah. And every time I'm pushing myself too, and it will get to that point where I just talk to her. But boy, that's talking to a fucking 100-foot thick brick wall. Ugh.
Yep, it's just the age.
Yeah. And I tell myself, think of you. Think of the conversations that you've had with your parents.
And you
thought they weren't hearing you. But then now that I'm having the conversation with her, I realize I wasn't hearing them.
Yep, exactly.
And it drives me insane, and I feel awful. I've cried because I'm I was awful to my parents.
Yeah. I don't think I was, but I probably was a pain in the ass.
But like I said, girls are different.
Yeah, girls are psychological.
I think boys can be dicks too, but not in the same way. girls, like I think make them parents question like
their sanity.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
Boys, you got to worry about bad stuff.
Yeah.
But mainly all you got to do, or all you worry about is broken bones. Are they going to fucking climb a tree?
And who are they?
Out?
You have to worry about who your son's going to be to somebody.
Yeah.
Because I mean, girls are assholes, and you got to watch out for them too. But like, you gotta make sure you're raising young men.
I feel like boys are probably easier to deal with when you're raising them, but I feel like it's not more important, but it is very important to show a boy how to be a man. And everybody's definition of that is different.
Right.
But,
yeah.
If there's not many left.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Boys are being raised by boys.
Mm-hmm.
And, when those boys that are raising the little ones finally get to a mature age, it's already too late.
I mean, there's people that do just,
I think people, I don't know.
Respect everybody, but respect women's bodies. Their body is not just meant for one thing.
Yeah.
But that's a very big problem with men.
Just things, some men. Not even in relationships.
I'm not talking about relationships.
Yeah. It just, I don't know.
Like, boys, I mean, just think back when I'm in high school. I'm not talking about, like, this, they, like, physically hurt or something. Like, boys are mean to women in multiple different, and I'm not saying girls haven't been mean to boys and all kind of stuff. I'm just, like, in high school, people, like, DCLs saying that to girls.
What do you think? You got DCLs on?
I mean, there was times I was walking down the hallway and I had that screamed at me. I had things about my chest because I was a young girl that had big boobs. It's not okay. Those jokes are not okay. And I think at this different. I think there's different times that it may be okay if you're friends with somebody, but you do not shout them at a girl walking down the hallway and make her very insecure and make her feel uncomfortable. And that is something that happened.
And that's
to me.
And that's the kind of shit I'm talking about when I'm talking about a boy raising a boy or becoming a man. Right. Men shouldn't do that.
No.
In my eyes, obviously it's changed, or some people have different definitions of it, but I was always told to respect women. Yeah. That was like the first thing I taught, and the first thing that stuck to me.
I remember being in high school and being at Flagler Beach and grown men driving down their cars making like hand signals and stuff and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, women got it bad.
Yeah, and it's just like that is the thing that you have to teach your sons it's okay, not okay.
Yeah. Do you think we're getting away from it or it's
getting
worse?
It's worse. It's worse.
And it is because people, honestly, bro, are having kids way too young.
Yeah.
Or having kids... There's a girl that I know.
They're not raising their kids. They're letting somebody else raise them or nobody at all.
Yeah, it's like, there's a girl I know that just keeps having kids, bro. And it's like, you complain about your baby's fathers.
Mm-hmm.
But then you keep getting back with them and having kids.
Right.
But then 6 months later... you hate each other again,
and that's a mental abuse that she's been put on. But there's one thing I made sure I never did was get pregnant by the same asshole again.
Right.
I knew that I was in an unhealthy relationship, and I knew that I was having a hard time leaving that unhealthy relationship. But there was one thing I knew deep down inside that I never needed to have a child with that man again.
Right. Some people just keep doing it, bro.
You're not caring about your children and their future.
No, you're only thinking about yourself.
You're only thinking about yourself, and you're not even thinking about yourself because you're not even acknowledging the fact of how unhealthy this is.
Some people just get in the vibe of, or get in the habit of just being like, "That's how it is. This is how it is." Yeah. Like, oh, really? Is it? Because
it doesn't have to be.
Plenty of families like us that don't deal with that kind of shit,
right?
And don't have drama in their life so much because of the decisions we've made.
Yeah.
Like, it's silly.
Just everything. I don't think people are just aware. Either not even people that don't even come from like that type of relationship, like sleepovers we've talked about. I don't think that your kids should be going over to their friend's house and having a sleepover because you can't control what's happening at somebody's house with your kid over there. Yeah. And this doesn't even mean like sexual abuse. Like parents fight in front of other people's kids, and sometimes those fights may be somebody hitting somebody else.
And you see that, and you're like, oh wait. People do
and that's traumatizing to a child. Right, like if a child comes from a family that does not argue or does not raise their voices, and to go over to a house and hear people raising their voices at each other is very alarming to them.
Yeah, I'm sure. I just
don't think. I think that's everything that people need to take in mind. Like your child shouldn't be at everybody's house. My kids are only allowed at like 3 people's house without me.
Right, families really.
That's all it is. But once again, you can't always trust family.
We've only let Mariah have like 2 or 3 sleepovers, and we've said no recently.
Yeah, I was always on the track of no, and then not that it's your fault, but then when we got together, you were like, "Come on, let her be a kid and stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, okay, you're right." Like I'm withholding her from being a kid, and I have somewhat. I do acknowledge that, but the times that I've withheld her from being a kid has also probably could have stopped some other trauma that was I'd rather have just sat in my room. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I hate that sometimes that she's bored and she's lonely, and I wish that she had cousins that lived closer, that were closer to age, because the only cousin that she has close to age is in Jacksonville.
Yeah. We gotta make it a point
or Gainesville.
Yeah.
And it's just not. And then the friends around here, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why she doesn't invite them over more. I mean, I do a little bit, but that's on her. Like, clean up your room so you can have a friend over.
Yeah, like literally don't care if any other friend. Like I want her friends to come here.
Yeah, I mean, is it annoying when there's girls here? Absolutely.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's really not that bad because they could just stay with themselves.
Right.
It's not her up our butt. But yeah, kind of funny because I'm sure this is what every other parent is doing too, but I would rather them having sleepovers here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the best bet, and everybody doesn't allow sleepovers, and that's fine. And I would never feel judged by parents saying that their kid can't sleep over at my house, because I completely understand, because guess what? My kid can't sleep over at your house either.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. It's like the one place that we let her sleep over a few times, she's not allowed to come sleep at our house. You know what I'm saying? Because of the same reason.
Yeah.
Her mom does not want her mom invites all the kids over to this house.
She's only slept over there once, but yeah.
Twice.
Once. She had a party over there one time that we dropped her off for.
Yeah. She slept over there. But yeah, it's funny, like, she wants all the kids to come sleep at her house, but then when we're like, well, why don't you invite your friend over to sleep at our house? And it's, nope. And then Mariah's all bummed that we won't let her sleep over there. And I was like, well, she won't. It's that kind
and
of
it's not because she wouldn't let her. Like, that was just always my thing. And like I said, you were very much like. But then I started realizing, like, okay, he's thinking on like a boy.
Yeah, my girl. And even being a boy, things happen.
Yeah, for sure. But I was only ever one time I had a friend that I was able to stay at her house. Mm-hmm. That I can, one friend, and we were very close friends. But outside of family, there was nobody else that I was able to stay the night at.
Yeah, I had one friend, pretty much too.
And
I didn't even realize that till just now, actually.
Yeah,
I really only slept over at cousins and friends.
Yeah, and even as I got older, my parents were like, even high school, they were like,
hell no, high school more.
Right.
I know what y'all are thinking about and going through.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. Our house, I would love to be the hangout house. You could trust your kids with us, but also if you don't want to trust your kid with us, I understand.
Come pick her up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make an effort on being more of that place.
Yeah. I just don't know how to, because I can't go text kids like, hey, y'all want to come over?
Right.
You know, and the kid, we've already talked about this once. The parents at her school just don't vibe with us.
It's different, bro. There's like 1 or 2 couples that I'm interested in knowing.
One, really.
Yeah, one.
And like it's nice because Mariah's always like, oh my, like I'm like, why? I also don't like that. Every time Mariah talks about a friend, oh, her mom loves me. I'm like, why are their parents talking to you so much?
I mean, they're there.
I just think that's weird. Like they're getting on the FaceTime to talk with the kid. I don't know. I just find that weird a little bit. Personally, I just like, okay, you haven't met me, but you're on FaceTime with my kid a little. I don't know. I just feel like if you're going to be more personal with the child, you should already have try to be personal with the parent.
Yeah.
Prior to.
Right.
And like having that gap, because I feel like I hear about these people that I've never met and they're grown adults talking to my kid.
Right.
And it's like not like, oh yeah, Channing's block that up, please.
Oh my God.
So-and-so's mom, said hi because I was on the phone. It's always so-and-so's mom said this and this and this and this and this, and I'm their favorite and they love me, and she wants to know what kind of snacks I want at the house for when I come over. And it's all very nice things. So it's also like, I don't know this person. Why are they expecting my kid to come over?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
And why don't your kids want to talk to me? I'm cool. Yeah. Why don't you get on FaceTime with your friends when
they're just more involved in. But these are like.
But I'm saying Mariah doesn't allow the involvement. She doesn't come down here while she's talking on the phone with her friends and like, hey mom, I'm on the phone with so.
Yeah. I don't know. It's parenting's fun.
It is. I wish we were closer, me and Mariah, than what we are. But I think back to when I was her age, I didn't want to be close with my mom.
Yeah, she's
because my mom was my mom and wasn't my friend.
Yeah. Me and Mariah are more closer, but at the same time, I don't know. I've hit a wall with it sometimes where I'm like, I don't want to be the dad that's your friend. Sometimes I just need to be your dad.
Yeah.
It's
difficult
and stuff. But yeah, we've already been on here almost 2 hours. Crazy.
Oh my god.
Funny how it happens. When we're like getting through stuff, and then all of a sudden we just get in tangents and
on a subject,
a couple, and they lead to more, and then that's why I love podcasting, dude. It's so much fun. So yeah, I think that's pretty good for this episode. Episode 11.
I'd say so.
We have video. It hasn't messed up at all.
I know.
I think our Hefner sign that we talked about on the last episode, super sick. Thank you, Kyle and Lex, for that.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Give us a review on the apps that you're streaming. Give us that.
And what would you guys want to hear a little bit more? Or what do you think we should leave out? Is there anything that you as listeners would like to hear more or less of?
Yeah, let us know on our threads. We're on Threads.
We're always trying to improve.
Yeah, we're on Threads, and now that we're doing video, we will be making a TikTok and be more present on Reels and Instagram. So any of our social media, follow us. It's for the letter
number.
The number 4 ever, and then some pod. Follow us on all that. Support it. Thank you guys. Let's talk on there. Threads. I'm gonna focus on Threads a lot because it's the new thing, and back to it too. It feels like I didn't make this point before, I don't think, but we dealt with a few years of like video content heavy. That's all our minds want now, really.
Right.
TikTok blew the fuck up, and now all of a sudden, all you can consume
is video.
And I think that Threads right now, it is a Twitter type thing, but I think it's a breath of fresh air because you're not so worried about a photo, or there is photos on there and memes and stuff, but I think it's like the connections that are happening on there.
And also, I'm not sure because I wasn't on Twitter, but Twitter seems like it was going very negative for a while. It's like this seems like people are trying to keep it positive and happy thus far on Threads.
Yeah, it does. The community seems a little. Twitter's brutal.
Yeah,
but it can be beautiful too. But I only have like 500 followers on Twitter. I've never really was that. Right. I don't know. My tweets don't get much traction.
You had 500 followers?
I have 500 followers on there. Yeah.
I've never passed
Threads. I have 300.
200 on anything.
Yeah, but I tried to have a music career.
Yeah.
I
mean, you did have a music career. You have one.
I have one. Yeah, it's different now, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But so Threads, I just think it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
It's nice. People are more there's conversations happening.
Yeah.
It's not a picture of a person at an angle that you won't ever see them at in real life, so you don't notice them when you see them in public. And then people are under being like fire emoji, heart emoji.
Right.
Fucking, people are saying things, and people are in the comments saying, like, having conversations and meeting people. I've met people through threads.
Yeah.
And that's it's social media.
Right.
It's being social.
Yeah.
Almost like the TikTok and Instagram, and it's not very social.
No.
It's, do you like this?
Right.
Okay, cool. Like it. Put like no comment that makes, just put emojis in it and it's over with.
Yeah.
Hopefully your algorithm will keep showing you it.
Right.
Threads has been nice. People having conversations. That's what needs to fucking happen.
That's cool.
So yeah, follow us on Threads. We're probably going to get the TikTok up and running. And obviously if this video version works out, YouTube.
Yeah.
So,
and you guys, please, for me, also follow Hefner's Photography.
Yeah.
Get that page on Instagram, Threads, Facebook, anything. Give it a like, give it a share.
I got to make a Facebook page for the podcast,
I just, even like, I just want it to be shared. A little bit of work that we've done so far. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm super proud. We talk about it all the time on here, too.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. But yeah, follow us on everything. Give us a review on this podcast if you're enjoying it. We love you guys. Have a good day.
Forever and shrimp stir fry for the night.
Oh shit, let's go. We gotta go to the store. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Forever and Then Some, episode 11.
Whoop whoop.
We're in the double digits.
That's
it feels
crazy.
Awesome. It's crazy. And now we're gonna be doing video. I hope.
Sayonara.
Sayonara, guys. Peace.